Listen, I just had a mea culpa. I wanted to let you know that we recently dropped an episode in the podcast player that wasn't meant for Zweig Group or the Zweig Letter Podcast, and I apologize for that. It's the first time this has ever happened. A lot of you know that we work on a lot of podcasts here at my company, and I unfortunately just had a wrong podcast dropped into the podcast player for the Zweig Letter Podcast. The cool thing about the podcast that we dropped there, if you did get it, is that it does relate to the design industry because it's about new localism and about the housing initiatives in a lot of major cities throughout the United States that are struggling with that missing middle housing, right, or that affordable housing subset that we're so desperately seeking in a lot of communities. So it is an interesting story. I will probably figure out a way to put a link to that particular episode, but it was an episode from another podcast that I do called I Am Northwest Arkansas. So I just want to apologize to you about that. If you did get a chance to listen to the episode, I would love to hear your thoughts about it. But if you didn't and you want to hear it, message me and let me know, and I will share that episode with you. But again, I just wanted to apologize because it's the first time that it's ever happened in almost 8 years of podcasting with the Zweig Letter Podcast. But I'm just glad it was nothing offensive, but it was something edifying and educational. So there is that. But anyway, mistakes happen. I just wanted to acknowledge it. And just thank you guys all for listening to the podcast on a regular basis. Tune in. We've got another new episode dropping very soon. And the most recent episode with Scott Erickson was excellent. You should check that out. And if you haven't had a chance, and I know the summertime is coming up, I definitely want to encourage you to be listening out for new episodes of the podcast, but also go back and check out some of those old episodes that maybe you didn't hear. So that's all I have for you right now. I'm Randy Wilburn, the voice of the Zweig Letter Podcast. I will talk with you soon. Peace.